Hello, Taurus. Welcome to Josie K Tarot. I'm Josie K, and this is the second half of July of 2020 spiritual guidance reading. Now, during the first half of July of 2020, we did have a time and some painful times whereby we were all going through and still are a spiritual evolution collectively. Mercury was in retrograde, actually still is. Today is the 7th of July of 2020. Mercury in retrograde was in Cancer or is in Cancer from June 18th to the 12th of July. During this time, there is or was a lunar eclipse. So this is about hard endings and understanding that everything is cyclical. Things go full circle, one path ends and another begins. One connection, circumstance, situation, or group of people ends so that you can step into new beginnings. So with Venus in retrograde, there were some heightened emotions. Did anybody notice that? I mean, there was celebration over the 4th, but people were kind of edgy sometimes about other people, mostly in the arena of maybe, well, family, friends, or business. There were harsh communications or thoughts that were negative. And now during the second half of July of 2020, we have a new moon in Cancer, or else that was in June. And I need to look that up. Either way, it's a time for sometimes hard endings, and then a time with the solar eclipse for new beginnings. Now the solar eclipse, did I write down, maybe that was... Regardless, we're going into new beginnings, and in order to do that, we need to rest. We need to create, to ground ourselves, and then decide. So there's a moment of pause mid-July of 2020 for all of us to free our minds from negativity, because great things, when new beginnings start to happen, of course, could be blocked because of negativity. So I'm receiving a strong message collectively for everyone to listen to positive songs, listen to positive YouTube channels, listen to or watch positive television shows or movies. But shift your day and see what the difference makes, okay? They're saying in a journal, start the day with, if you're feeling negative, what you were feeling negative about, and once you get it on paper, go through your day focusing on more positive things outside of yourself. Again, recognizing nature, listening to positive music, watching positive shows or channels, whatever you do. And then at the end of the night, write down, as you reflect on who you were or what energies you were carrying during the beginning of the day, how much they change because of that process by the end of the day. And then really maybe take note of how that transpired within you. It's pretty deep. But these are the times, right? This is time for our spiritual evolution, to either repeat unhealthy patterns, behaviors, or cycles, or to change them up and move into a higher, better path of peace, joy, and contentment. I've been guided for this reading, Taurus, to pull from the Mary Queen of Angels deck by Doreen Virtue. I almost forgot. And I'm going to do a circle spread. So Spirit, let's start for this Taurus, Sun, Moon, or Rising, male or female, Venus, Saturn, Pluto, Jupiter, and so on, with clearly defined messages in whichever area you would like to discuss for them during the second half of July of 2020. No kidding. Oh my gosh. So I wrote down my July 1st through the 15th messages, and Taurus, you had the message of time to break the barriers. Those were inner barriers. And I think in the yearly, I said 2019 was about discipline and boundaries, and now the law of attraction is yours. So remember, as you say no to others and you get clear about your boundaries, the more you're going to rise up spiritually into a higher, better journey for yourself. So the card says, I am clear and honest with others about my expectations. I expect you to treat me respectfully. I expect for myself to rise in a higher, better path. I expect to become a spiritual teacher, right? Like we talked about before. For in your thoughts during the second half of July of 2020, you're going to think in a more tender way, in a gentle way, but in a powerful way. Now would be a good time, Taurus, what I'm hearing, to really journal how you let people overstep their boundaries with you, how you can speak your truth about what you're planning for yourself, what you will not accept, in a gentle and powerful way. I've come this far, I've suffered this much, and that's why I have these boundaries. And if you don't like it, I'm sorry, but I've got to put me first, right? So in the relationship sector of the circle spread, we have giving and receiving. This card shows up when we give and give and give and give and give with our heart, but we don't allow ourselves to receive that tenderness back. Heck, maybe we don't allow ourselves to trust in others' boundaries or to respect others' boundaries. So, really think about what those messages are trying to tell you. What are your expectations regarding yourself and others? Where are your boundaries? And how are you going to say no in a gentle and powerful way? How are you going to connect with another or others and receive that love that you have given away? For in the creative aspects position, we have prayer. Instead of worrying about the future, about how things are going to work out, about expressing your boundaries, the card says, I pray about this situation to bring about real solutions in my life. So whatever it is you're worried about, hand those worries to Spirit and say, please just bless me with the strength to be gentle as I speak my truth to others, as I open my heart to receiving love from others, right? If you don't feel loved, it's because you're not allowing yourself to receive that love. And that's in the relationship sector of the circle spread. So in the actions position, look at during the second half of July of 2020, Spirit's just asking you to open your heart, to feel a full range of emotions, to laugh, to cry, to maybe watch some sad movies, some happy movies, all forms of love. Pray to Spirit about your expectations and how you can powerfully and gently receive and give in connection to another or others. This is a lot of what you're going to be feeling during the second half of July of 2020, Taurus, for whichever Taurus I'm reading for during this general reading. Emotionally, you're going to start to trust in God, that Spirit's infinite wisdom and love is answering your prayers. So you're going to start to, by the end of July of 2020, Taurus, you're going to say, gosh, I followed Spirit's advice. I got clear with myself about my boundaries. I expressed my boundaries in a gentle way, but in a way whereby I was very clear with others. I trusted in Spirit that as I asked for myself, Spirit, please allow me to open my heart and receive love, knowing that God has a plan and is answering my prayers. It's okay to love, but it's also okay to be clear about my expectations in the second half of July of 2020. So subconsciously, here we have a Taurus sitting maybe by a pond, journaling, knowing as you reflect on all the wonderful blessings in your life, but also the difficulties that have transpired, that you are filled with the same beauty, poise, and divine perfection as all of God's creations, the flowers, the bees, the leaves, and so on. You are worth receiving love as much as the next person. So open your heart and receive. Write down what that means to you and how you're going to go about doing that day to day. To thank people for loving you, to thank God for giving you people who love you. For in the day-to-day aspects position, Taurus, you have self-respect. I honor and I love myself through healthy actions and boundaries. I trust in prayer that I will be able to speak my truth about my expectations and still have an open heart, knowing that I am one of God's beautiful children and that I can receive love. Because now I'm feeling stronger in the area of sobriety. So by the last week of July of 2020, we have a Taurus here who is recognizing that they have the strength now to clear their mind, to focus and concentrate on opening their heart and feeling the full range of emotions that you've been holding back. It's time to respect yourself and to gracefully speak your truth about your expectations with others, trusting that God has a wonderful plan for you. And all you have to do is open your heart to the messages. Pray to Spirit for a higher, better path, for signs and synchronicities. Where do I turn next? Get clear with yourself about those boundaries. In a 3-card summary to my right, Taurus, we have the first position representing the week of, let's see what I'm getting, the 16th to the 23rd of July of 2020. Family and enthusiasm, because I am now clear about my expectations within myself. First and foremost, I am strong enough and gentle enough to speak to others about my expectations regarding them and myself. Therefore, as I understand day to day that I have the same beauty and poise and blessings as every other creature in this world, that I can now receive with enthusiasm the love that others are wanting to give me. There's a lot of hope here for someone regarding their father. Give and receive, and teach maybe someone else to give and receive. Pray to Spirit if this involves a father figure, for you're going to feel more hope. You're going to be able to recognize the blessings in your life tied to a mother figure. You're going to be able to sit in the present moment and get clear about who you are now and what you want to do next with your life in a way where you can clearly focus and concentrate. During the week of July 20th of 2020, pay attention to the signs and synchronicities. This is going to come to you through prayer, where you can walk in integrity and be gentle and powerful with others about your boundaries, about your own expectations. You now are feeling greater self-respect. As you have mercy on yourself, as you have mercy regarding others, tied to your home, tied to your siblings. Pray to Jesus for help and guidance regarding your situations or circumstances, and have forgiveness when it comes to a feminine, be it yourself, maybe a friend, maybe an ex-partner or someone you've been connecting with. Honestly devote yourself to caring. Step out of the way and remain patient so Spirit can bring you miracles as you forgive others with kindness and feel and accept their point of view. Wow. By the end of July of 2020, some of you are being guided to know that you have the strength to become sober or clear with your heart as you trust in Spirit, God, and the angels. That you will take action to some of you communicate about a marriage or relationship. There's a lot here about self-respect and knowing that you are just as blessed and loved as the person next to you and the next person and the dog on the ground and the deer in the woods, right? Someone here with the sobriety energy is getting more clear with themselves about their health. And as they open their heart and allow themselves to receive love, there comes energies of great optimism, energies of great self-respect. Spirit's giving you the be strong energies on the bottom of the deck that says, I pull myself up and I do what needs to be done. So I'm going to clarify these messages with the Gypsy Oracle deck because it helps for me to clarify a person, place, circumstance, situation, or environment by which these messages are pertaining to. Dear Lord, Spirit, Guides, and Angels for this Taurus. So we have boundaries. Interesting. I normally don't have the the Gypsy Oracle deck in reverse, but we do have the thought energies. Don't overthink your boundaries. Get clear with yourself. Look at the card says, I am clear and honest with others about my expectations. So be clear with yourself about what you expect. This is self-respect. Be clear with others about your expectations when it comes to your boundaries. And open your heart to communicate with others in a gentle and powerful way. Again, some of you may be thinking of a father figure, someone who's in a leadership position, someone who's financially abundant, stable, and secure. Maybe you need to talk to a father figure in a powerful and gentle way about your boundaries, about your expectations when it comes to your connection with them. Yeah, in the relationship sector of the circle spread, we have the soldier energy. So either this is you or another Taurus who is cold and closed off. So be an example is what I'm hearing. Give and receive love. Even give love, kind words, messages, and maintain those boundaries with another because someone just can't love. But continue to give and receive. I balance being generous and receptive because both are equally important, and I trust creatively that as I create wonderful prayers for myself, real solutions will come to me. For some of you, maybe you've been praying for a commitment partnership with another. We do have a young woman energy here. That means someone who has gone a long way. They are ready for a deeper commitment. That could be you. Thinking about communicating with this Lord energy, someone who's maybe older than you. I feel like this is definitely someone overthinking a situation regarding a father figure or someone in a leadership position, someone who is cold and closed off. They don't know how to love, but this is about you saying, hey, here are my expectations in a kind and gentle way to give and receive even though they can't. To pray in the area of a commitment partnership or some form of young woman energies. Either way, it's definitely about creating ways to pray, maybe journaling and creating prayers in your journal for what you are dealing with. Open your heart to love even in the midst of falseness in the actions position. Someone was not honest, someone was not truthful, someone just doesn't know how to open up. And again, this could be a father figure. Trust that as you research your emotions, as you pray to Spirit, you can finally say what needs to be said in a way where you end it with, I love you, or you can start it with, I love you, but I cannot have this falseness in my life because I can't receive love from you. I'm feeling like I need to speak my truth about my boundaries, and I'm going to pray and hand this to Spirit. Subconsciously, I know that I'm as important as anyone else, especially in the area of the merchant energies. I can create a business. I can work for a business. I can manifest a fortunate and successful journey ahead for myself. I just need to let go of this cold and closed off energy, either within you or someone around you. Some people just are who they are, and it's who they're always going to be. But we need to say, I'll pray for them, but I'm going to focus on me. So in the day-to-day aspects position, as you focus on your own self-respect, for some of you that have been praying for a deeper commitment, praying for healing or truth, it's through your expectations that you become a little bit shocked. See, when we speak our truth about our boundaries, it actually makes us very attractive. So some of you are praying for love, and you need to watch out for falseness. Maybe someone's falseness has rubbed off on you, and now it's time, as you pray for self-respect, as you pray for self-love, and you do healthy actions in your life, you're going to be surprised at the clarity you are receiving in your inner strengths position, Taurus. Spirit's giving you the strength to get clear about your expectations, to open your heart, even if others around you are false or dishonest. For they're giving you the strength to clearly recognize, how can I bring cheerfulness back into my life. Yes, an old chapter was difficult, but the chapter is something you can learn from, right? As you scholar, as you research something. As you research how far you have come, or you maybe start to take a class doing something you've always wanted to learn to do, it's going to help you to free your mind from all that was and to get clear with others about those boundaries. Wow, an ending came to an end. You're bringing an end to a situation because it has ended. And now you can recognize how far you have come and create maybe a book, a help book, a YouTube channel, something where you can teach others what you had to learn. Because with the old woman energies, male or female, this is someone who's been there, done that, and now has acquired the knowledge, the wisdom, to share what they've learned with others and create great abundance, joyfulness, and fortune. Someone may be dealing with an arrogant partner or just an arrogant person. And you're going to be sighing in relief after having a conversation. But Spirit's saying don't let that conversation get you up in your head. Instead, journey into a new direction where you can heal. Right? We need to go away from negative people, places, circumstances, because they're going to affect the positive in our life. So this is a time for the collective during the second half of July of 2020, where we're going through a very spiritual transformation, a time to rest, to create, and then to decide. During the week of July 20th of 2020, there's some form of communication that comes, and it's a little bit misfortunate. Again, it could be communication. Okay, we have a feminine energy. Either this is you or them, Taurus. There's a desire for a passionate connection, but someone's kind of just sitting here. There's prayer for a commitment to someone who is ready for marriage or partnership. So you have to decide, are you going to put the work in with the service energies, or are you just going to pleasure seek? Open your heart. Don't repeat unhealthy, false energies that maybe you learned from a parent, a friend, or even that you used to carry those energies within yourself. Some of you could definitely reunite, or you have, during July of 2020. But there's stubborn energy here, right? There are energies of despair because someone is false, and Spirit's saying, well, then you go away from falseness. You create a boundary with that person, and you trust that as you research forward movement and joy in your life, love and happiness and respect will come your way. So by the last week of July of 2020, we do have someone here feeling trapped, prisoned, stuck, but Spirit's saying have hope. Take off that blindfold of despair and make a plan. A plan that will bring you cheerfulness, a plan that involves boundaries, a plan whereby you can gently yet powerfully express your expectations to another or others, because this process is going to give you self-respect. For some of you, it's through your prayers during the second half of July of 2020, where you come into connection with someone who's ready for commitment, or you are. But there is falseness here. We need to be careful of falseness. Somebody wants to be faithful with someone because they want a child and a family. Some here are thinking back to their childhood and are trying to figure out who's being faithful to them as they wait for communication. It's a two-way street. I feel like this Taurus is kind of closing up, and when you do that, it's sad because we're not stepping towards others. We're kind of just staying over here. There's a really good message here. If you've been dealing with energies of lies and deceit, of any form of falseness in your life, Spirit, remember, is giving you the strength to get clear with yourself, where you can start to celebrate who you really are, your gifts and your talents. So as you create something, as you wait for a new beginning, what are your gifts? Trust as you pray to God and research your gifts. That you are just as important as the next person and the next person. We are all God's children, and with the merchant energies, you will eventually come up with an opportunity to create abundance. You will recognize, maybe quite surprisingly, an opportunity. Could be in love, could be with money. Your sobriety is going to bring cheerfulness in the second half of July if you will figure out how and where to express your boundaries, how to open your heart, even if someone else doesn't. Me, I like to smile at people when I walk by, even if they give me a grumpy face. I know that deep inside, they got to see a smile today, and I was a part of that. All right. So I'm going to bring in the Gateway to the Divine deck, tarot deck, for clarification. Real quick here. Boundaries. Yes, it's time to think about what? It's time to think about commitments, partnership, or contracts. It's time to communicate in a tender way your boundaries with another or others. It's time to think about the judgment energies in your thoughts position. What are the highest, best decisions that I should make regarding someone who's in a leadership position, a father figure, grandfather figure? For I'm going to free myself from old illusions, and I'm going to open my heart to tenderness. Even if someone else cannot receive, I'm going to give and receive love. I'm going to be generous and receptive because I know both are important in my life. So in connection to another or others, there's a lot of imbalance here. Which way do I go? What do I do? And that's why Spirit's saying take some time to plan. Trust and prayer. There is a path in your life. Look at this. That has gone full circle, right? So it is the time of endings and new beginnings. What is it that has gone full circle in your life? What is it you want to create whereby you can come into commitment, partnership, or contract in the area of money, home, things of the material? Get excited about planning things of the material for yourself. Don't let other people hold you back. Take action to open your heart, even if someone else is walking in the energies of falseness. With the devil energy, some of you may be recognizing falseness in someone who has Capricorn in their chart and/or there's an unhealthy obsession or addiction that causes you to make false decisions or not to speak your truth or someone else. And Spirit's saying, open your heart now. Leave the falseness behind. It's time for a new beginning. Things have gone full circle. What are you researching? Trust that Spirit will help for you to come into commitment or partnership as you free yourself from old illusions that you were believing. For emotionally, by the end of July of 2020, some of you are just going to sit and cling to your emotions, cling to your finances. And Spirit's saying instead, as you research what can be and trust that God in His infinite wisdom and love will answer your prayers, that you are as worthy as the next person and the next person. You are a star in the eyes of God, and God and Spirit and the angels want to bring you the merchant energies of prosperity. But see, there's this inner conflict here. There's an imbalance here. What is it that you are doing in your path by yourself that is frustrating you? Because someone here is just not going to change. Hopefully it's not you. Spirit's trying to day bring you energies of great self-respect. I honor and I love myself through healthy actions in my life. Therefore, if I follow Spirit's advice, I will come to the realization that I will be signing on the dotted line when it comes to home, business, creativity, and I can now, through my prayers, step into the portal of a new beginning. I can use the King of Wands energies in the day-to-day aspects position to set goals and meet goals and get things done, knowing that a surprise will come. A surprise that if I wait with energies of sobriety and clarity, there will be something that I can celebrate with others. So subconsciously, you have the Page of Swords energies. What is your truth? Do you want a new path in the area of commitment, partnership, contract, or do you want to remain with the energies of falseness? Because that's what someone else carries. That's their energy. That's not yours. And Spirit's trying to help you to be freed from that closed off energy. It's not you. Wherever it came from, it came because you observed it. But it's not you. Yeah, so seeing a 3-card spread to my left, from the 16th to around the 25th of July of 2020, you will no longer be stuck if you free your mind, right? The 8 of Swords is a figment of your imagination. It's about that infinity symbol. Am I going to repeat unhealthy patterns, behaviors, or cycles and then go through the next 10 years the same way? Or am I going to recognize what it is I was meant to learn, and now I'm going to rise above into the path I was meant to go? For some of you, if you put time and effort in, or you have been, creatively, financially, materially, or maybe even having to do with home, your ship is going to come in. So have faith that Spirit's trying to give you as a gift from the universe this beautiful Ace of Cups, whereby your cup will overflow with peace, joy, and happiness, and your wishes will come true. It all comes down to karma, right, with the Wheel of Fortune here. Good decisions at this time will move our lives backwards and through difficulty for a long period of time. Positive decisions will move the Wheel of Fortune into your favor, and a surprise could happen on your behalf very quickly in the day-to-day aspects position. So some of you have been fighting a situation maybe with an older air sign, Libra, Aquarius, or Gemini. But Spirit's saying, we want to drop upon you as you wait on another, hope, love, joy, and happiness. So you need to decide, am I done fighting this battle? For you have risen above old struggles, and now you can step into and through that doorway where Spirit's going to hand you another gift from the universe. An exciting, passionate new direction in the area of home, family, business. Yeah, you'll be able to then leave behind or crawl beneath that which was weighting you down and step into the 3rd ace here of Pentacles. A financial path that will grow and prosper and put you into the 9 of Pentacles energies of great financial independence. Yeah, there's heartache here regarding maybe an earth sign, Virgo, Taurus, or Capricorn. Something that keeps you up at night. But what are you wishing for? Because Spirit wants to bring you away from inner chaos and into a path of clarity, joy, and happiness, tenderness. So let me know how that works for you guys. All right, should these messages have resonated and you have further questions and or would like your own personal energy read, feel free to write me for a personal reading at my email, which is josiek42@gmail.com. I offer a 1-month, 3-month, 6-month, and yearly reading, and my price list will be in the box below this video. I am still offering the Now Summer Special, which is a 15-minute video reading for just $25 if you'd like to give it a try. So I'm closing with 1 card from the Guardian Angel deck by Doreen Virtue, maybe 2. The card that jumped out for you, Taurus, during the second half, this is the energy available during the second half of July of 2020. The 4 of Emotions, the 4 of Cups. There are wonderful people who wish to help you. Opportunities are being offered to you, but you aren't noticing and trusting the gifts. Heaven is bestowing upon you. Look around you, Taurus. Daydreaming or going within is a healthy way to find that clarity, as long as you act upon your dreams. As long as you focus on what you want to create and speak your truth to others about your boundaries in a gentle yet very powerful way. For right behind that, we have the guardian of abundance. This is a time of great success. All your plans are blessed and will move forward perfectly. Unexpected job opportunities arise in the near future. So this King of Wands could be someone who offers an opportunity, could be a business leader, someone who is clear, organized, structured, and then there's surprise here. A surprise regarding a commitment, partnership, contract whereby you step through the portal of a brand new beginning and recognize self-respect. This card indicates that someone with an amazing career is involved with the situation. This is a powerful person with great integrity who likes hard work. This person could very well be you. So if you need spiritual guidance, clarity, and etc., you know who to come to. All right. Thank you so much to those of you whom have liked, shared, and subscribed. Thank you so very, very much to those of you whom have donated to keep the channel up and running. Take care, and God bless. Whoops. And God bless.